All right, this is my official NFL tier list. Here's some rules for the quarterbacks. If you performed well in the playoffs, I do not hold your big L against you. Sorry. If you have a certain amount of games under, we put you in the we don't know tier. So that's Dylan Gabriel, Shador, Cam Ward. We don't know yet. They're rookies. I even put JJ McCarthy there. We don't know yet. He barely played a full season. We don't know yet. Now let's go up here to the second tier, the milk carton tier. These guys are missing from only could be for one reason or another. For Deshaun Watson, he just injured, he's missing. You know, stuff like that. Russell Wilson lost his job, he's missing. Daniel Jones injured, he's missing. Garoppolo, you get it. Missing for one reason or another. That's the milk carton tier. The void. I think you're a good quarterback or a decent quarterback on a really terrible team or a really terrible situation. Geno Smith with the Raiders, Tua with the Dolphins, Jameis, who's starting for the Giants for sometimes, Kyler Murray, and I think they're not gonna put him back in. And Jaden Daniels, obviously he got injured. We can't put him in the milk carton tier because he played too good last year. So next tier, Silver Age, Aaron Rodgers and Joe Flacco. I feel like both of these guys played very similar this year. The only difference between them is that Aaron Rodgers has MVP, so he gets more like starter chances. But to be fair, I think they kind of play similar. Rodgers doesn't throw picks as much. Flacco will go risk it for the biscuit. He don't care. he never cared. The Flacco fling, both Super Bowl champions, I guess. I mean, I'm not really gonna count that as I just think they should be together this year. You feel me? In a tier. Robbins. These are all young quarterbacks who I think their team is kind of carrying them a little bit right now just because of inexperience or whatever. I put Trevor Lawrence there. I know he's kind of popping up to you as well, he don't belong in Bryce. All these other guys are young and well, I think his team's kind of carrying him most weeks. He's kind of bad sometimes. You feel me? Next year, Aquaman. These guys got no respect. I think this is the no respect tier. I could have said Rodney Dangerfield, but we're going with superheroes. Jalen Hurts, I think he doesn't get enough respect. I know he's coming off a terrible game, but we all have terrible games from time to time. Baker Mayfield, man, this dude come from the Browns and make the Buccaneers a relevant franchise again every single year. Again, coming off a loss, but hey, man, it happens. Jordan Love, it seems like every time this dude plays really, really good, it's like, oh my God, he's amazing. When he plays really, really bad, I mean like bad, just not even really, really bad. He's the worst quarterback since I don't know when the last time the Packers had a bad quarterback. Uh, Jared Goff, come on, this dude literally was balling. Besides the Super Bowl that year, I think we kind of rewrite the year. The Rams had a balanced attack when he was with them. Like he was a legit passer. They were a legit team. They made it to the Super Bowl, yes. Bill Belichick and them kind of shut them down, but it happens. Sam Darnold, no respect for this guy. The Seahawks are going crazy. I know people got this thing where it's like, oh, he's choking. I'm like, I don't think he's choking. I think you're limited in certain aspects, and in the playoffs, teams really focus on where you're limited at. I think that happens. I think that happens to a lot of quarterbacks. So yeah, you do have to take that into account. But I still don't think he get enough respect for all the stuff he's done over the last 2 years. Uh, so much so that he got replaced after what they lost like 2 games, 3 games last year on the Vikings, and he got replaced. That's ridiculous to me. And he played well. He played good. We're not just saying team record here. He played really good. Down the stretch was a little rough. I'll give y'all that. Batmen. I feel like these guys are really, really good, but they need weapons around them to be all they can be, right? Like Dak, he got CD and George Pickens. Now Drake May, we'll get back to Drake May. Justin Herbert, I felt like early on in his career he had a lot of good weapons, a lot of good players. Uh, Keenan Allen, for example, a lot of deep threats, I should say, where he could chuck the ball up. Not so much now, so he might be shoot, man. He keep playing like this, he might be a Superman soon. But right now, and Burrow, I feel strongly about this Burrow take. You can say what you want. I'm a big fan of Joe Burrow. Not saying that in a qualifier way. I really am. I root for this man every single time he plays against any team, except the Panthers. Bro got blessed at LSU with Jamar Chase. Blessed again with the Bengals with Jamar Chase. Gets T. Higgins, and Justin Jefferson was on that LSU team. Blessed. Bro is blessed. He better stop getting injured. And that when Flacco came in and kind of did what some of the stuff he would do, you gotta be like, man, the man's blessed. Stafford was the hardest one for me, but I looked back at his career. Calvin Johnson, he had him. Do he need someone to unlock these because we all know Stafford is one of the best throwers of the football in the league. We know that. Like it's him or Mahomes. But does he need a Cooper Cup? Does he need a Nakua? You get what I mean? A Devontae Adams. Like these really strong wide receivers that can catch his 50-50 balls. You know what I mean? Like, because he'll throw it to the other team. Like he'll try it. If Stafford feels like you're a good wide receiver, and I think this is a point in his direction, that's why he's at the top of bat tier over Burrow. He will give your wide receiver a chance to make a play on the ball. So if you give him like someone who can catch the ball 50-50 balls at a high level, he's your quarterback, I think. Superman, I feel like these guys have had stretches in their careers where they had no weapons whatsoever. In terms of like names that we know, I'm not saying people don't exist on the team. Don't be silly. But Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, and Pat Mahomes. Now, Lamar Jackson, he's having a bad season. I think he looks injured. But he's still out there anyway, so we have to judge him by that. You could drop him to bat tier maybe, but can you name some of the weapons he had that's really been good? 2-time MVP. I mean, best passer rating of all time. Like, yeah, the playoffs have been really rough, but I'm really balancing it out with, like, Peyton Manning's playoffs were always rough, but I always consider him a Superman. You know what I mean? Sometimes you got kryptonite. And all of these guys have their kryptonite, especially Pat Mahomes with pass rush. Boy, he has not been doing well this year when they pressure him at all. Josh Allen, listen, he's so interesting because people think he got these two modes where it's like, oh well, sometimes he turns it on and sometimes he turns it off. I don't think so. I think the coach and the play calling limits what he could do on a single game. Like if they run the ball most of the game, Josh Allen can't go out there and throw like a 70-yard bomb. But if you call like all go, or you call like maybe 2 crossers and 2 go routes, right? Dude's gonna chuck it. Cause that's Josh Allen, man. And Mahomes and Josh Allen, dude, they're so similar. I think the only difference is Andy Reid. They're so good, but like they will take the game into their own hands if you like it or not. Like at some point they'll just be like, Coach, I respect you, but the play calls suck and I'm about to go chuck it. At some point. You get me? So because they don't want to lose. Neither of them. I know Mahomes has the Super Bowls, but I feel like that's because Mahomes has in his teams have beaten the Bills. Like really, I think the Bills could have gone in there and beaten the 49ers. You know what I mean? That's why I don't really put team success in it too much, because like every single year Josh Allen has performed most years very well in the playoffs. very well in the regular season. They haven't lost the division. This is the first time if they lose the division this year, because people just saying the Patriots are going to win it for some reason. Because they beat them like at home or something. But this will be the first time since 2019. Again, not a team success thing. The man's coming off MVP. Much respect to him. Mahomes, like, dude is phenomenal, right? But the last few years have been kind of like, we're going to rely on the defense a little bit more because we kind of spent our resources on defense more because we have a superstar quarterback. That's kind of the thinking you want. A lot of teams I've noticed go into it. We have a great quarterback, so we kind of need to like fill out the defense. That's why I put these guys down here. And Drake May I should put in the new breed, but it'll feel too low, right? But that's why I kind of put these guys down here compared to the Superman, because the team felt like that we needed to allocate resources to make the guys better. I feel like the team allocate resources, except Derrick Henry, James Cook. Who is it for the Chiefs? Maybe Rice? Kareem Hunt on 1 yard things. Besides those guys, they don't allocate much resources to these guys' success at all. We gotta allocate all of it to the defense so they can stop the team enough and our quarterback can do enough plays for us to win the game. And to be fair, for Mahomes in particular, now let's get back to Burrow then. I think that decision to not buff up the defense the Bengals made instead of getting rid of Higgins told me a lot, saying, hey, we don't think Burrow's that good. That's just me. That's how I see it. And we're just going to abandon a whole side of the football. It just seems like a wrong move to me. Like, if it involves not paying wide receivers to get open and dropping the ball, I'll run that risk like they did with Mahomes this year. Yeah, they're 6-7, but I'll run that risk. Hurts is another example. That's why I have him in the no respect tier. They allocate so much resources to offense. O-line, receivers, running backs. I can't put them up there too high. Like, just the team tells me, like, yeah, we kind of need all of that for our quarterback to function, which isn't bad. They're like, this is nitpicking up here. Like, this is what, top 10 quarterbacks? That's why I put Drake May up here, just to make it, fair. But yeah, not in any particular order. Maybe Mahomes at the top because he deserves it. But it's like, dude, I think if you really want to know what teams think of quarterbacks, like, look at how many resources they allocate to their side of the ball. Because some teams, they really don't give a two hoots what they have on offense, as long as they have that guy. As long as they have this guy, pal. All right. Thank you for watching. This is my NFL tier list. Y'all have a good one.